Crash Team Rumble is a game. A really weird and I'm not sure how to describe a game. Hey beautiful humans, I'm RidersDX and I got 22 details to go through, so let's go ahead and get started. The first detail is that this game is being developed by Toys for Bob, and you can definitely tell just from the art style alone. I mean, it looks like this is the same exact graphics engine as they used in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, which is great because that game was gorgeous, so this game by default is gorgeous as well, so everything looks fantastic here. And number 2, we have a list of characters that we know about so far, and they are Crash Bandicoot, Coco Bandicoot, Dr. Neo Cortex, Dingodile, Nitrous Brio, Tawna, and not the original Tawna, but the Tawna from the Alternate Dimension in Crash 4, Cat Bat, a brand new character, and then Female Entropy. I find it pretty interesting actually that they're highlighting the female Entropy instead of the male one, but that could be a discussion for another day. And number 3, we have 3 confirmed levels so far. The first one that was shown off in the initial trailer was Tiki Towers, and then with this recent info drop, we got our first look at 2 brand new levels, Just Beachy and Calamity Canyon. At number 4, we do have a basic synopsis of the gameplay here. It doesn't really give a whole lot to us, but it does kind of give us some sort of remnant of an idea of what this game is going to be like. So here's what they said. Crash Team Rumble is a 4 versus 4 team-based competition where the iconic heroes and villains of the Crash universe battle to capture more Wumpa Fruit than the other to claim victory. Each hero has unique skills and abilities to strategically use to work together to battle the opposing team, defend their own Wumpa Bank, and capture key points around the map to help their team. So think of it as like a basic sport, so kind of like basketball, soccer, football, where you're trying to score goals, but in this case it's Wumpa Fruit, and instead of like kicking a ball or like shooting a ball through a hoop, you're basically collecting Wumpa Fruit and bringing it back to your team. So sort of like a capture the flag kind of like hybrid, but with platforming elements. At least that's what I'm gathering so far from the footage and this description. At number 5, this was something we were able to sort of tell from the initial footage, but we did get further confirmation from the recent info drop, but there are relics in this game and they may be used to activate traps around the island, and there are 3 traps that we know of so far. So for Tiki Towers, if you activate the island's trap here, you get the Uka Uka mask, which when active gives the team who activated it a shield, which causes not only them to be invulnerable for a certain amount of time, but also causes fireballs to fall down the island, wiping out the opposing team. And so it's basically a Star in Mario Kart kind of thing. For Calamity Canyon, the team who activates it will bring up Oxide's UFO, where Nitrous Oxide will fly around targeting opposing team members with a deadly laser. I'm so glad Nitrous Oxide is in this game, by the way. What a badass villain. We'd love to see him. For Just Beachy, the middle pad allows for the team who activates it to get another Wumpa Bank for the team to score in, rather than it be another hazard similar to Uka Uka and Oxide's UFO. There's also some footage of them activating a beach ball that they can use to roll around and attack the others, so there's definitely going to be some variety here. At number 6, each character does seem to have unique skills and abilities that they can bring to the team, and so it seems like there's going to be a lot of variety here in terms of what kind of character you can use, what kind of strategies you can go for, and that's just going to make the gameplay that much more interesting and dynamic. Crash, for example, has his iconic spin and his basic moveset from Crash Bandicoot 4. In recent footage, Crash Bandicoot was also reviewed to have a mid-air dash, which definitely will help with maneuvering around the area, and apparently his slide is also more powerful than others according to IGN's hands-on preview. Cortex can use his gun in combat, and he can even charge his gun to turn players into a warthog. Dingodile has a spin attack, and also according to the CGI trailer, he could potentially use his vacuum to suck Wumpa Fruit out of players as an ultimate move. He can also hover over his vacuum, so basically his moveset from Crash Bandicoot 4. Nitrous Brio, he can toss his beakers at players, which potentially causes a shock/stun effect as seen in footage from the review trailer. He also looks like he's able to turn into his Monster Brio form as what looks to be an ultimate move based off of the screenshots and CGI trailer as well. Tawna has some sort of uppercut move that she uses with her hook shot, and Tawna is also seen spawning an iron crate platform in the review trailer CGI, but we're not really sure if this is an item that players can use or if it's something that she can do with her ultimate power. We'll just have to wait and see. Tawna can also use a hook shot to traverse around the island quickly. Cat Bat has a dive bomb attack, so that looks pretty deadly, and then Female Entropy is able to pound the ground with her staff, which causes orbs to come out and spread around the area. At number 7, this game is coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. And then our 8th point, the game will feature cross-platform play, and so this being a multiplayer based game, I feel like that's a really important thing for this game to have, That's totally going to help to promote the multiplayer nature of this game and hopefully have it be alive for years to come. Alright, we're gonna get into the recent info drop now. At number 9, we've got info on a closed beta, and so Toys for Bob officially announced that if you pre-order the game, you'll get access to a closed beta that goes on from April 20th to April 24th. Only Crash Bandicoot, Coco, Cortex, Tawna, and Dingo Dao will be playable during the closed beta, and an Activision account will be required to play the game. But that just means we're gonna get hands-on experiences with this game in just under a month. Exciting. At number 10, we do have some pre-order details about the game, and so there are 2 different versions you can get as of now. There's a standard edition, which costs just $29.99 at retail price, so you do get access to the closed beta. You also get a premium battle pass unlocked for season 1, which probably means you'll get access to a whole bunch of cosmetics and such. You do get a Retro Dreads Tawna skin. There's no actual image of this, but this could be linked to this concept art of Tawna from the artwork, and so we'll just have to wait and see if this is the Tawna we'll be seeing. If you pre-ordered the deluxe edition at $39.99, you'll get everything from the standard edition, including the closed beta access. You'll get the premium battle pass unlocked for seasons 1 and 2. You also get a 25 tier instant unlock for season 1 premium battle pass, which means you'll get 25 instant level ups, which probably means you'll get more cosmetics and all that stuff. You get a digital proto pack, which includes 8 blocky hero skins. They're not retro skins. In fact, the first thing I thought when I saw them was that they were Minecraft models, but in actuality, they are models that were used during the development phase of the game, and so that's just a really cool thing that they decided to incorporate here if you're a nerd about that stuff. It also includes a pixelated shadow. So Canadian Guy A said that he doesn't think that this is a shadow of the character itself, but the ally shadow, which is what you see when you look at your teammates and they're behind a wall. So I find it a little weird that that's a deluxe feature. I feel like that's something that should be in the original game, but that's just me. You also get a blocky hat, which I assume is a cosmetic. You get on my level in-game victory music, which is a customizable victory music you can have play at the end of a match. Blocky score FX. So probably when you score at your Wampa Bank, it plays a different sound effect with this equipped. You get a unique banner, and then you also get a blocky backpack, another cosmetic I'm assuming. At number 11, this was a very interesting point that they emphasized during the presentation from Toys for Bob. Crash Team Rumble is not a MOBA, which stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, according to Lou Studdard, who is the Associate Creative Director at Toys for Bob. So a MOBA is games like League of Legends. Lou also said this game fits its own genre. It's a brand new concept that Toys for Bob is bringing to the game industry as a whole, which, as you've seen so far, is sort of a nice hybrid between the multi-online concept and also a platform brawler. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how this game really fleshes out in the upcoming months. At number 12, while you're preparing for the game in the lobby, you can pick a hero/villain and a power-up to use for that game. So each hero/villain has stats and strengths specifically built for them, and these stats include health, Wampa capacity, combat moves, and speed/mobility, with a variant in difficulty for their specific playstyle. They're diverse, but power-ups can be used amongst any character no matter who you choose. At number 13, speaking of power-ups, we've gotten 4 reviewed so far. There's a healing fridge, which heals all allies near the fridge when placed. There's a Wampa stash, which puts a target on your back. Everyone in the game can see that you have it if you survive 30 seconds until the golden Wampa icon above you fills all the way up. When it fills up, it'll grant the player using the power up an extra 100 Wampa fruit, even if it passes the Wampa capacity for the character being used. The next power up is Gas Moxie and Guard. It uses a tuning fork to shock the area around them when slamming it into the ground, damaging opponents. And then a Fly Splitter. This wasn't shown off, but it's assumed to function similar to its counterpart in Crash Bandicoot 4, where it spits acid at the player. It could be similar to the Gas Moxie and Guard, where it will spit acid at the opposing team near said area. At number 14, getting into the game, you have 4 objectives, including the main one, with 3 different others that each really feed back into the main objective, to be honest. So of course, the first objective is to collect the most Wampa fruit. The second objective is to stop the opposing team members from collecting Wampa. So you want to collect the Wampa before them or engage in PvP combat. When you get hit, not only do you take damage, but the Wampa fruit doesn't fall out of the players, they're just gone forever. So you need to go back and collect more. Furthermore, if you end up dying, fall into a hazard, fall off a cliff, or just die in general, you lose all the Wampa you've collected if you haven't deposited in the bank yet. The third objective is to control gem pads. If your team manages to lock down a set of gem pads for a certain amount of time, they activate a bonus that will be added to your score, and these 2 bonuses are either a 30% score bonus if you have 3 gem pads activated, or a 40% score bonus if you have 4 gem pads activated. On top of this, with levels having multiple sets of gem pads, if your team controls the other set, the score bonus is stackable, meaning if you have control of the 3 set of gem pads and also another 3 set of gem pads, your score bonus instead will become 60% instead of 30%. So this seems like a really important thing to really get control of. And then the last objective, which we already talked about a little bit earlier, is relic collecting. So collecting relics around the map, each team must cash in the relics at certain relic locations, which have a specific cost of how many relics you actually need. Example is a beach ball power up in Just Beachy costing 5 relics, which grants you a certain power up. And so I'm assuming that the bigger power ups we've seen so far, like the Uka Uka mask, costs way more relics than that. At number 15, the characters are actually categorized by the following roles. So you have scorers, who collect as much Wampa fruit as possible to get to the pink, and so characters under this class so far are Crash and Tana. You have blockers, which hold key positions and have the objective of stopping the opposing team members, especially the scorer from collecting / cashing in Wampa at their banks. So this is Dingo Dial, for instance. Then you have boosters, who have the objective of collecting relics and supporting their teammates, which includes Coco and Cortex. It was stressed during the meeting, however, that these roles are not hard set rules, meaning you can play the character of your choice however you want to play them, but these are soft roles which are assigned to each character they thought would be best fit for the certain roles. At number 16, you're not limited to one character per team, meaning you can have a full team of Crashes, a full team of Tanas, etc. So a lot of customization opportunities here. At number 17, someone asked if the music from the entire series would be present, in which the response was, there's a lot of music. So much music, so many sound effects, we want to pull all that into this experience. Quoted by Daniel, a developer from Toys for Bob. At number 18, there are a bunch of accessibility options in this game, which include color blindness, volume options, full subtitles, visual aids to show where your Wampa bank is, and full button remapping. At number 19, according to the Activision fact check document, which was sent with the press release, there will be seasonal events and limited time modes, and so this definitely is going for a somewhat free to play like model, in the sense that there's going to be various seasons with lots of extra content. Only difference is this is actually not free to play, but again, you have to buy. Number 20, someone asked if there was going to be a single player mode, and then this is what Daniel said from Toys for Bob. In the future, you can expect all sorts of interesting modes that we will be making, but there will not be a single player mode at launch. And so that's a very interesting choice that they're going for, but I'm curious to see if the multiplayer aspect can really hold this game up. And number 21, they say that matches will last between 5 to 10 minutes. There's no set time limit on matches at the moment, but this could be subject to change depending on how things in closed beta goes. And number 22, I thought this was an interesting thing that was brought up, but when there was fear of Toys for Bob not being able to focus on Crash Team Wumbo because they were being a support studio for Call of Duty, Lou stressed that Toys for Bob is a studio that is able to work on projects quickly and efficiently, as there are a number of people working at the studio, all working on various different projects, but they reassured everyone that Crash Team Rumble has been worked on by every single Toys for Bob member. And so there you go, that's pretty much every single detail that Dave and I could kind of come up with in terms of what Crash Team Rumble is about, what specific gameplay details we have, what's going to be coming up in the future, etc, etc. Oh, I guess there's one more thing, that the game is coming out on June 20th, 2023. So I guess that is the 23rd thing technically. So let me know what you think about Crash Team Rumble in the comment section below. If you're interested in finding out what my opinion on this game is going to be, then be sure to subscribe to this channel, because that will be coming up on this channel very soon. But yeah, let me know your positives, your negatives. Are you excited for this game? Do you wish it didn't exist? I want to hear all your dramatic responses. And also, if you have any other ideas for any other Crash Bandicoot videos, then go ahead and let me know that in the comment section below, and I may very well just grant your wish. But alright y'all, this is Riders, riding out.